Rattlers. Ball resting at the Wildcat 37. Damian sets up. Flushed on a ball. He's got plenty of running room.
Got a man wide open.
He has it. Touchdown, FAMU! Wide open in the end zone. Is that Adamson?
That's Harvey.
Travis Harvey.
That's Dwayne Harvey.
Dwayne Harvey. Hit and drop. Woo! Looking to pass again. Brown is got it. Sacked. Pulls it now. Shoots across the middle. Touchdown, FAMU! Right up picked off. The Raptors with 45 seconds left have shut the door. Hello and welcome to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. I'm Keith Miles, your host, along with the acting head coach of the FAMU Rattlers, Coach Earl Holmes. And Coach, boy, it was a valiant fight to the finish as the Rattlers came to the Florida Classic and showed everybody who showed up that this team was way better than their record indicates.
That's what it's all about, Keith. You know, you look back at it, the number one team in the MAC. In fact, they clinched last week. They clinched the conference championship.
You helped them clinch.
Yeah, but they want to help it tonight. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it was two good teams going at it, and they earned it. They earned it. I think down the stretch, when you got a chance to put the game away, you got to put it away. But again, we're a young team. We're losing two seniors on the offensive side of the ball, so we're a fairly young team. So I talked with Damon after the game. I told him, I said, anytime you put in a situation like that, you got to throw the ball away. But again, the guy's he's very mature. We'll learn from it. We'll learn from it.
This was a big football game, Coach, because of the 11 total seniors that were on this football team. The younger guys wanted to send those guys out with a big win.
Well, they did. And the seniors group, they stepped up. Marvin Ross, Brandon Hepburn, Patrick Scott, all those guys, Robert Hartley. And at the end of the day, we played a pretty good football team. In fact, we played a pretty good football game. Mm-hmm. And again, it came down to the last play, and we just got to be smart in that situation. Again, we're fairly young, but a good team found a way to win those close games. All
right, Coach, we're going to come back and take a look at first half highlights of the Big Florida Classic from Orlando after this timeout on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the Athletic Department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
90.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, your record now is 1-1 as a head football coach, but certainly one of the things I think that everybody is proud of is the way the guys fought in this ball game against the conference champs. I mean, we had to keep it in perspective. This was a team that was, counted out of the race weeks ago, and they showed up here today for a heavyweight fight.
The kids are very resilient, and when you got two teams, again, we want to prove to the world, we want to prove to the Rattler Nation that, hey, we got knocked down, but a good team found a way to get up. And we got it. We dusted ourselves off, and we played 4 quarters. We played a 60-minute game, but this time the ball didn't bounce our way.
All right, let's go to first half highlights here in the Florida Citrus Bowl Stadium. The Rattlers decked out in all black with orange helmets, and the Wildcats decked out in all white with white helmets.
We wanted to come out fast and start strong. Be physical at the point and control the line of scrimmage. So guys were out there. We got out there. And field position was a must.
that first defensive stand was outstanding, Coach. 3 and out, and the Wildcats had to punt. And, boy, you could tell from the very beginning the Rattler defense came to play.
Well, it was the #1 defense against the #2 defense in the conference. So we wanted to show up and show those guys that we could easily be #1. It's just a matter of going out and playing.
All right, on the offense now, and the Rattlers are going to come out and move the football real quick. Here we go. This is Linworth Lennon, outstanding catch, and move the ball right down the field. And what we noticed, Coach, with the offense at the beginning of the ball game was tempo.
Well, that's what it's about. You got to set the tempo. You got to block for the quarterback. The quarterback got to step up and make some throws. He's buying time now. Hey, we got to have this one. I thought, well, it was a pass interference by Dwayne Harvey, by the other guy. But, hey, we got to find a way to put the ball in the end zone when we get down there. Keith.
Yeah, we revised the jumbo package and put some real beef back there with Patrick Scott and some other folks, and we tried to run Jordan Stanley.
That's been all Achilles' heel.
Yeah.
Get down on the goal line. You put 2 big linemen in there, about 600 pounds. We got to find a way to punch it in.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we came out with 3. So at this time, we went in 3-0.
Yeah, Chase Varnador kicks the field goal. A week ago, he was the MEAC Special Teams Player of the Week. Lots of honors. An outstanding young kicker with lots of a bright future ahead of him.
A young guy with a bright future. A young guy with a bright future.
All right, here's the Wildcats' second possession. They turn it over to Rattlers once again in excellent field position. And here's Damian making plays.
That's what Damian does well. Damian's the type of guy, he can run as well as throw it. He takes what the defense gives him. He's smart about that, and he got to continue to get that done.
Yeah, James Owens and Eddie Rocker, Coach, in the first half really showed us some running, some downhill running that we hadn't seen for most of the season.
It starts up front. It starts right up front. You guys got to win the trenches, and that's what you got to do. You got to impose your will. Right here, I thought we had this guy in the backfield, but I can't take anything away from Bethune-Cookman. Excellent play by those guys.
Yeah, they don't get to be the #1 team in the conference, undefeated in the conference, without being able to make some plays. But here we go. Once again, Ellie Hippolyte had a big afternoon.
We talked about containing the quarterback. Right here, I thought Marvin Ross could have been a little bit more aggressive to the ball. The guy actually jumped over him, but at the end of the day, was in great position. But we got to hold a team there to 3 points.
All right, the Wildcats take the lead 7-3 now, and here we go. Back on offense. Now this is second quarter action, and Damian buying some time, and when he buys time, that's when things open up.
That's what it's about. You know, he's a very poised guy, very mature guy. You step up in the pocket, he takes it, he sees it, and he reads it.
All right, here we go. This is a nice little last outlet pass as he looked downfield and gave it to his outlet man. And this is just a great defensive play here.
One of the seniors guys we're going to really miss is Marvin Ross. Had a tremendous year for us. He stepped up big. But guys are turning around. We hunt. You know, we had to be kamikaze, Keith.
Yeah, Brandon Denmark, too, Coach, has really come on. This was his first. He had never been to the Florida Classic, never even experienced it at all as a kid or anything. And so this was his first one, but he got it today. He said he's looking forward to the next
one. He truly stepped up.
Yeah.
He truly stepped up. And that's what it's going to take. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. Big-time players step up in big-time games.
All right, here we go. That's Damian completing this pass. Coach, we thought that Adams and Felix, this is Michael Etheridge, but Adams and Felix also had a big day.
Tremendous day, tremendous day. Damian Finland finds a way to keep everybody involved in the game. When you don't have a one dominant receiver, when everybody else can step up and step in and fill in, it makes it hard for a defense. But we got to hold on to the ball there. I thought it was an excellent run by Rocker, but he got to hold on to the ball and finish the play.
All right, Eddie got some great running down there, and this is James Owens' 41-yard rip to the house, and boy, just some outstanding running and blocking downfield.
When you get in the secondary, that's what it's about. Offensive linemen blocking, guys blocking on the second level with the receivers, and that's what it's going to take. You got to make a safety miss sometime, and he did that.
All right, here we go. Here come the Wildcats, Patrick Harris. The Rattlers have the best kick coverage team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. It was on display today.
You got to be three-dimensional. Offense, defense, and special teams. That's how you win championship games. In defense, offense, as well as special teams play very well. We just got to find a way sometimes to push that ball in the end zone again. But overall, guys are running, turning, running, hunting. I thought here we could have pulled back on that, but we learned from that. We'll learn from that.
All right, here we go. The Wildcats here going to get a big play, and
once again, the special team stepped up big. Special team stepped up big.
All right, so at the half we go. It's 10-7. The Rattlers are leading, and Coach, we were feeling really good because here we are with the MEAC champs, and we're going toe-to-toe.
Well, it's a 60-minute game.
Yeah.
and we talked about starting fast. Now, at halftime, I brought the guys in. We talked about finishing strong. The first half, we won the football game.
Right.
But it's a 60-minute bid, and we came out the second half. We want to do the same thing that we did the first half, but unfortunately, things didn't happen that way. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of the guys' effort.
All right, we're going to come back and take a look at second half highlights after this timeout on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
The Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
Welcome back to Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, it's 10-7 at the half. The Rattlers toe-to-toe in a heavyweight fight against the MEAC champs, and we're looking good right now. Offense is moving the football, got running the ball well, passing, special teams playing well, and boy, that defense was just a monster in that first half.
I felt like if we could keep the game close and find a way to win on defense, everything else would take care of itself. But, you know, you got to look at BCU's offense as well as their defense. The number one defense as far as turnover is concerned. So my concern was to make sure guys understood the importance of ball control and holding on to the football.
All right, let's go to second half highlights. The Rattlers are going to get the benefit of receiving the second half kickoff, and there was a penalty at the end of the first half. So Bethune had to kick the ball from the 20-yard line, Coach, and that's going to set us up in pretty decent field position.
Well, yeah, again, guys got to be smart. You know, I think we should have been a little deeper with that kick there, but the guy kicked the 80-yard punt. So we just got to find a way to get better with that situation. Again, here's Damon. You know, the guy stepping back, completing passes, hold on to the ball that we talked about earlier with Felix. He had a big day for us.
Yeah, here we go. This is Eddie Rocker once again. The Rocket playing his last Florida Classic in the orange and green. Coaching, certainly he wanted to go out a winner. He left it all on the field
He sure did, and I told him, Eddie, fall forward. Regardless of what, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on you, find a way to fall forward.
All right, here we go, boy. Look at that. That's some outstanding defense back there. That's Big Ellie Hippolyte. Boy, he had an outstanding day.
All day long. It's about the snap count and getting off on the ball.
All right, this is Isadore Jackson, Coach, and look at Terry Johnson coming up to make the play. Isadore Jackson, fourth all-time in scoring touchdowns, rushing for Bethune-Cookman. He's an outstanding talent.
He is. He sure is. And he finds a way to hold on to the ball. You know, you can't beat yourself, and the guy was holding on to the ball, trying to make some guys missing space. But again, you know, you got to rally to the point and get the guy down.
Yeah, Brandon Hepburn there with a great tackle. Quentin Williams is an outstanding quarterback, Coach. Let's give him some credit, too.
Very poised.
Yeah, very poised. He was under tremendous pressure all night. But here's the big play. Isadore Jackson breaks this one around the corner and takes it to the house.
You got to get off blocks. Right there, I thought the defensive back could have got off a block. He got cut there, but you got to get up and get the guy down. Give us a chance to line up and play again.
Yeah, that gave the Wildcats the 14-10 lead. But, boy, James Owens came right back with an outstanding run, sets us up on the 48-yard line of BCU.
Every time we call the kid name, Keith, he found a way to step up. And, again, James Owens is one of those guys we get back next year. Want to make sure he touched the ball a lot more than he did this year and see how it works for us.
Yeah, that play was caught by Linworth Lennon, but Damian led him just a little too much. We felt like had he put that on the numbers, Linworth could have made a big play.
Yeah, we might have had something.
Yeah.
But Linworth's a big-time player on offense for us. So, again, you just got to find a way to put the ball in his hands.
All right, Devin Roberts here with the tackle. Couple of missed tackles, though, and one of the things, we had some plays where we broke down Ellie with a big play there. And now, to me, Coach, and we were trying to gauge this, but in the second half, it seemed like in the third quarter, the defense was out there a lot longer than you probably wanted them to be.
We got to go 3 now. You know, you can't get face match. You can't beat yourself. It's hard enough to win on Saturday. So don't give your opponent any ammo. Find a way to win. I thought Devin made a great play of sticking his hand there and getting that ball out of there. Yeah. But again, you know, here it is, 4th down. We missed a tackle here and there, but guys still swarming. Yeah. But you got to make the play. You got to get them down because every inch counts.
Yeah, here we go. This is the big fullback, and he takes it down to the 1-yard line and gives them a 1st and goal to go. And then he comes right back and powers his way on a second effort into the end zone.
We got to make them fall backwards, Keith. You know, at the end of the day, you got to make them fall backwards. But not taking anything away from those guys. They wanted just like we did. But, again, it happened for us.
All right, 21-10 at this point in the ball game. But the Rattlers not done yet. Here comes the Rocket, turns the corner, and another outstanding run by Eddie Rocker.
Rocker and James Owens had a tremendous day. You know, I think the ground game was working for us. They picked up the blitz, about time for Damon to step up. And once Damon out the pocket, he can make some things happen, just like this.
Yeah, great play. Dwayne Harvey, 37-yard pass from Damian Fleming. Chase's extra point attempt was blocked. And, Coach, we thought maybe that might have been a good spot to try and go for 2 at that time, but you still had time. And I know
I thought about
the
it,
defense.
I thought about it,
Keith. The defensive-minded coach.
The defense was playing well.
Yeah.
You know, we're playing well, and at the end of the day, you got to put points on the board. Yeah. You don't find a way to hurt yourselves by taking points away or taking points for granted. So we did what we thought was necessary at that point.
Yeah, and actually the defense is going to get the ball back to us here. This is outstanding defensive play, and but Corey Kowalski, we really got to say something about this guy. This guy was booming punts all afternoon.
And it was about field position. Yeah. You know, and all 3 cylinders kicking. I thought we should have came down with that. The guy kind of jumped early. But Dwayne Harvey's had, actually Travis Harvey, had a tremendous year for us. He's a senior, and maybe the guy get a chance to play on Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah, here's a nice slant play here across the middle. And we're on the move again, trying to get down there to put 6 on the board. And, boy, when he took that sack, that was a big play.
I thought that was the turning play of the game.
Yeah, we thought he was down, but as they reviewed the play, they said that the ball popped out before he went down. And so they gave Bethune-Cookman the football, and that's pretty much how it ended. 21-16, a fight to the finish. But most proud of the way this football team rallied these last 2 games under your leadership.
It was about what's important now. And what's important now is to get that win. But the guys play hard. We gave ourselves a chance to win. I talked to Damon after the game. I know he talked about, Coach, if I could have that play back, I would have done something differently. But, again, he's a young guy, but he's very mature. And his decision-making, it happens. But what you do, you go back, you look at it, you learn from it, and you come back out and put your best foot forward.
All right, 21-16, the final score. Bethune-Cookman goes undefeated in the MEAC in 2012. They'll advance to the division of the FCS division playoffs, and we're going to wish them the best because they'll be representing our conference as they move forward. We're going to take a look at final statistics as we go to break, and we'll come back with the players of the game and a whole lot more after this timeout on the Coach Earl Holmes Show.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not too late.
90.5, the flavor station, always represent that real hip-hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Let's take a look at this week's players of the game. On offense, coach, is Damian Fleming. He was 18 of 23, no interceptions, 1 touchdown, 166 yards. His longest pass was 37 yards. Damian was having an outstanding day. This is his second quarter Florida Classic, coach, and he hasn't tasted victory yet, but he's got 2 more good seasons left, and we know he's going to get one before he gets out.
Anytime the ball goes through Damian's hands, he's making a decision that he's making. He have a big day. He always get an offense, in fact, get a team a chance to win. So I'm proud of his efforts. I'm very proud of his efforts.
All right, let's talk about defense. I know you know something about it. Jonathan Pillow, coach, 8 total tackles, 6 solo, 1 sack, 2.5 tackles for loss. And then Brandon Denmark, coach, 7 total tackles, 6 solo, a tackle and a half for loss. Both of those guys played outstanding, and Denmark both stepped up, made some big plays.
When we talked to the defense, it was about who has the better defense. They have a pretty good defense over there, so do we. So we just wanted to show those guys that, hey, we can play with anybody. We just got to line up and play fast.
All right, on special teams, it was James Owens, coach. He had 138 all-purpose yards. He had 58 yards rushing, of course, the big 41-yard touchdown run. And then he had 80 yards in kickoff returns. James Owens is an outstanding talent, lots of speed.
I like to call him the water boat. You know, it's hard to tackle a kid like that. He makes you miss in space. You know, I tell him all the time, with your speed and your explosiveness, you should take the ball to the house at least 2 out of 3 times. But he's a big playmaker for us, and I'm proud of his efforts as well, and he'll be back next year.
All right, Coach, we're going to go to break, and as we go, we'll take a look at the MEAC scoreboard from the weekend and also the final MEAC standings, and we'll be back with Coach Earl Holmes Show and a whole lot more after this time.
The Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
Introducing a mobile application that can open up an entire new world for the orange and green faithful, with the ability to check out the latest in-campus news, events, athletic scores, and much, much more. Specifically designed for the FAMU. Whether it's linking to your class courses from your mobile device, looking through maps to find specific buildings on campus, or just having some fun looking through uploaded videos and photos, a great addition to your mobile FAMU student lifestyle. Get your FAMU app today.
.5 the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, you had a 2-game season and you finished 1-1. That's 50%. That's pretty doggone good in anybody's book, especially under the circumstances that you were asked to step in and take over the job. The guys obviously believe in your leadership, and what we saw this team step up these last 2 games. They knocked off the number 2 team in the league and took the number 1 team in the league to a fantastic finish down to the wire. I know you're really proud of that.
I was very proud of those guys. You know, they stepped up regardless of what we went through the beginning of the week last week. We didn't complain about how the boat was rocking, Keith. We just rode. You know, guys just put their hard hat on and they went to work. And at the end of the day, we wanted, again, to get the win. It was a 2-game season, and the guys played very well. I couldn't be more proud of those guys.
Yeah, coming into the ball game, Coach, we had talked to a number of the coaches and a number of the players. They were highly motivated to try and pull this one out in the victory column for the seniors.
They deserve it. They deserve it. From the seniors all the way down to the freshmen, Keith, to Rattler Nation. These kids work hard. They started all the way back in January. And, you know, to ask these kids to go out and do the things that we need them to do to get it done. Again, tremendous effort by those guys. I wish the season could have been a little different. I wish the outcome of the day could have been a little different. But one thing's for sure, we did understand it. We did learn from our mistakes. And the future looks bright for us.
Yeah, the future is bright. Coach, you're a Rattler. You've done it the right way, all your life, really, from FAMU High to FAMU to the NFL, back to FAMU, the defensive coordinator, and now acting head coach. And the future is bright for you, too. And we're going to wish you the best. We don't know what's going to happen. We're hoping that we have some hopes about what happens, but we're going to wish you the best because we know there's greatness written all over Earl Holmes. He's a Tallahassee boy. He's my homeboy. So that's the way the 2012 season ends, and we'll see what happens for 2013. But congratulations, Coach, on stepping in and the job you did in the time they gave you, and hopefully there's more time.
Hey, I appreciate it, Keith. Appreciate everything.
And Rattler fans, we want to thank you for being with us all season long. That's going to do it for us in 2012, and we'll hope to have you back in a whole nother season next year if you follow the Rattlers.
Pulls it now, shoots across the middle, touchdown FAMU, right on the money, and the Rattlers are back. Flushed out of the pocket, Rattlers have a spot. Can we make the tackle? We do. Flies toward the end zone. This one is picked off.